Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. It's Miss Pridmore, and we are going to pick up on our opinion writing lesson. On March 23rd, Miss Pridmore assigned you to write an introduction about an opinion essay where you're going to explain to me which way you prefer to learn. Okay, so we talked about how there is more than one way to learn. There's the traditional way of going to school, and there is the online way, which we're doing now. Okay, now I want you to take a look at my pretend introduction, because this is what I saw from a lot of you, okay? Some really great things, but then a couple of things that we need to fix, okay? So let's read this together. I wrote this myself, so I like how Miss Pridmore wrote the date at the top, what kind of writing it is, and underline the title and put who it's from. Now then, let's get started reading this so we can edit together. It says, did you know there are two ways to learn? I like online learning best because I can stay in pajamas all day. Some people like to go to school the traditional way. The only bad thing is you can't see your friends when you stay at home. That is why I like online learning the best. Okay, so let me explain what's going on here. What's going on is that you guys are already a little ahead of the game, right? Because you know that after your introduction comes the body of your essay where you're going to explain why you have such opinion. But we're not there yet. And then some of you even wrote a conclusion. We're definitely not there yet. We want to stop today at the introduction. So let's look at this introduction assignment and see where Miss P went wrong. Okay, so our first sentence here is a question, and it's a great hook. Did you know there are two ways to learn? Now, here's where she goes wrong. She's me, by the way, okay? I like online learning best because I can stay in pajamas all day. Well, what's wrong with that? I'll tell you what, she didn't tell the reader what two options there are. So Miss Pridmore would need to go back and edit this to say, did you know there are two ways to learn? You can learn the traditional way by going to school, and there's online learning. Then she wants to stop at, I like online learning best. Period. Don't tell me why yet, okay? We're going to talk about why in the body of our essay, but that's not what I asked you to do, okay? Just get your introduction down. So your introduction is not going to be very long. You want to hook the reader. That was our question, right? Then you need to tell your reader what their options are. Pretend that this is an alien visiting the planet who is reading about going to school and has no idea what the two ways of learning are. You want to explain to the reader that there are two different ways to learn, right? One is to go to school and the other is to take classes online like we're doing today. Okay, see, she didn't do that. She jumped right into the one that she likes best. So you need to explain to your reader what the options are and then say which one you prefer. Don't go any further than that, okay? Now there's some other issues with this, and I'm going to explain them now, okay? So let's keep reading so that you have an idea of where the body of your writing is going to go in our next few days. It says, I like online learning best because I can stay in pajamas all day. Well, that's great. That's a good supporting statement right here. okay? She likes online because she can stay in her pajamas all day. Now here's where it goes wrong. Some people like to go to school the traditional way. What? No, sir. We need to stop right here and expand. Talk about why you like to be in your pajamas. My pajamas are so cozy and warm. We don't usually get to wear pajamas when we go to school. But I love being home because I can stay in my pajamas. Make sense? You need to tell a little bit more. This is the reason, pajamas all day. Now talk more about that. Talk about how soft your pajamas are and how sad you are every morning when you have to take them off and put your school clothes on. Or maybe that's just me, okay? All right, let's keep going because there's some other things we want to correct here. It says some people like to go to school the traditional way. Hey, guess what? You're not talking about their opinion, you're talking about your opinion. Cross that right out. Okay, we don't want to talk about what other people want to do, not just yet. We can start doing that later, but for now, I just want your opinion and your reasons. Forget everybody else, okay? Not for real in real life, but for the purposes of our writing. All right, now she goes from jumping to why people like to go the traditional way to saying the only bad thing is you can't see your friends when you stay at home. Cross that off too. Hey, imagine that you're trying to convince Mr. McBride that you like online learning best. You don't want to tell him the downsides of your opinion, right? Because he might start thinking, oh, that's true. You can't see your friends when you stay home. Okay, never mind. We need to go back to school. He's not going to say that, boys and girls, but pretend that you're trying to convince somebody about your opinion. So you don't want to add sentences like this, okay? This is going to talk them out of agreeing with you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now this last statement, that is why I like online learning best. What? This is totally a conclusion. That needs to go at the very, very end. And we're not even close to that yet. So far, this writer has not finished the introduction, has given me one reason but hasn't expanded that reason. And I still need 2 more reasons to support their opinion. Does that make sense, boys and girls? Okay, today in our reading groups, we're going to go through this in detail together. But I want you to please look at your introduction, make any necessary revisions that you need to, so that we can start tomorrow building your supporting statements, okay? All right, great job, guys. Thanks for tuning in.